Welcome back to Barfly Cinema. I'm your host, Tom, with my co-host here, Gage, as
Hello.
always. Today we're talking about Sunshine Cleaning, starring
Yay.
Amy Adams and
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt,
Yes.
the lovely Emily Blunt.
Some
And
Alan Arkin.
Yeah, and
some
awesome-
Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn. We got the whole crew here. And, of course, the great Clifton Collins Jr.,
Yes.
great character actor.
Yes.
Can you give us a short rundown on this flick, Gage?
This is two sisters. One is a maid. The other one's kind of struggling, still living at home.
Job to job.
Job to job. And Amy Adams' character is having an affair with her high school sweetheart.
Mhm.
And he kind of gives her an idea for this it's like cleanup. I forget exactly what it's
Crime
called.
scene cleanup,
But
basically.
Yeah,
So-
basically crime scene cleanup. They don't clean up the bodies, they clean up the mess, throw away the stuff in the house.
They don't even deal with the bodies.
Nope. They
That's
just
the easy
deal
part.
with the aftermath of it and everything, get everything sanitary.
Mhm.
And so she kind of goes into that business and starts sunshine cleaning is what
There we
she's
go.
calling it.
Yeah, she's kind of chasing her dream. She has a young son. It's got that dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, she's got her life in order, and her sister is kind of just aimless and kind of, I don't know, just doesn't really have any direction in her life. She's living with her dad, played by Alan Arkin, and it's just kind of like she's just aimless. And then Amy Adams approaches her like, "Hey, sis, you want to do this? Like, we can make this work. They make good money.
They make good money
yeah.
doing
So
this.
that's their chief concern.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Because her son, Amy Adams' character, gets kicked out of school. He gets essentially. She takes him out because they want to put him on drugs and everything because he's acting out and licking stuff.
Yeah.
He's being weird.
Yeah, he's being weird.
And so she needs to earn enough money to pay for like a private school or whatnot. Get him into a different school essentially.
Yeah, basically get him into maybe a private school or something. That's kind of the opening idea behind all of it. It doesn't seem to actually pan out until the very end. But anyway, she's dealing with these things. She's got the kid. She's trying to make ends meet. She's living in this small one-bedroom apartment. She's having an affair with her host. Like, she's got so many things going on.
Yes.
And she does it like Amy Adams does have that trademark nervous energy about
Absolutely.
her in this flick.
She is Amy Adamsing it up.
Seriously.
And if you like that or you don't, I love it.
Yeah.
I think she's wonderful here. I love her. She's about to cry, smiles through energy. It's honestly, this movie has this like awesome tone to it. It's dealing with real issues and great commentary on like grief and everything, very similar to our last movie and siblings and everything.
We find out that the sisters are dealing with the death of their mother, the suicide. Of their mother.
Suicide.
Yeah.
And great dark moments of humor here because when they get the sunshine cleaning business going, they get a call and they're like, "All right, yeah, we'll be right there." And Norah asks like, "Oh, what was that?" And she's like, "Oh, suicide." And then the son asks, "Oh, what is that?" And then Nora's like, "Oh, it's a good thing."
She's like,
That's wild.
she's like,
That's
suicide.
wild.
It's a good thing.
And then later you learn that her mom committed suicide. It's like,
oh,
whoa.
yeah. It's like, well, this
These are
script
how these-
it has some surprises. It has some surprises. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that word. It's like, so they start the business, and I love the B plot in this movie too, between the son and the grandpa.
Me too.
The grandpa's always scheming.
Huckster.
He's wanting to make a quick buck, so he involves the kid in all these schemes.
Yeah.
Some kind of shrimp reselling business.
Yeah, he's selling like caramel corn.
Yeah.
And then like he buys all this like shrimp from some guy.
Yeah.
And is trying to like sell it like door to door
Yeah.
to these restaurants.
Yeah, he's bringing the shrimp to the like. I'll give you the 50 cents on the dollar or something like that. He's just and he folds the kid into all these schemes, and he's like, Oh, that's that scene where it's right after they sell the candy corn. He's like, "You don't belong to school. They need to cater to you.
I love that.
You're a sharp kid.
Yes.
You're smart." Da, 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 da. I love that so much.
Yeah, they're saying like because the kid has problems and he's causing problems and he's not focusing or anything.
Yeah.
And his grandpa's like, do you get yourself looking out the window?
Yeah.
Do you get bored? See, that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
right there. They need to be catering to you.
I love it. Business acumen, son. Business acumen. So yeah, the B plot works too. Like it works on both levels, and then it dovetails nicely at the end. But we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But yeah, I just find it. I think both sisters work really well in this.
think so,
Obviously, Emily Blunt is British, so you will see a few little American accent foibles in there if you're really looking for them.
Yeah.
But you do believe her mannerisms to be she's kind of like this alt,
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah,
chick. You know,
she's still wanting to rebel.
yeah, she wants to rebel.
Yeah.
She wants to rebel.
And honestly, I kind of maybe I just go with it, but I don't mind the accent because it kind of goes with the character of like she's still trying to find herself and she still doesn't know where she's at in
I could
life
see
and
that.
anything. And like I don't know, I just
I could see that. No, I think you're right. That does work. Yeah, so their relationship works a lot.
And again, they have a wonderful dynamic of like they're not constantly at each other's throats.
No.
They're not constantly fighting.
They can
bickering.
be bitchy to each other a little bit,
Yeah,
but that's because
like
they
any
know each other so well. They know each other's faults so well.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So I think that a lot of that just works nicely, and it doesn't get on your nerves. It could easily devolve into, like we said, a yelling match.
Yes.
But it doesn't. They wait to the real heady moments to have a blowout, and it's kind of justified near the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's justified.
Dude, I love that scene.
And that's when that gives that scene gravity. You kind of see it coming.
Yes.
You're kind of like, okay, where are we going here? It starts to dawdle a little bit near the middle of the third act, and it's like, okay, there's a fire.
Yes.
And then the business is basically thrown into jeopardy, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is when Amy Adams' character sees she's been spreading herself too thin. She went to this baby shower to make an appearance because she wants to feel like a big deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she finds out, oh, wait, I should have been there. Yes. I should have focused. If I'm trying to make this business work, I need to quit pretending like I'm some bigwig wannabe real estate person.
Yeah.
And I need to, help my sister out, who I've given all this responsibility to, but not recognized, oh, yeah, I should have been there to at least maybe not prevent this, but to be there to help.
Yeah. Everything was pointing to that you shouldn't be going to this baby shower.
But it plays into Amy Adams' character where it's like her whole life she's been seeking validation. She's always, and she even mentioned in the end, she's like, I've always been able to get men to want me. So she's always had that
great at
validation,
cheering.
Great at cheering, but not to keep me or to marry me or anything like that, but I can get them to want me.
Yeah.
So now she's trying to get into this social circle of people that she went to school with, and she wants to be as impressive as they are on the surface.
Yeah, because the first time you see she gets invited to the baby shower because the first time you see her is working on this lady's house, and it was a lady that she used to go to school with, and she's like, "Oh, are you still dating Mac or whatever?" And she's like, "Oh no, we broke up. I think he married like Heather or something," and she doesn't want to be looked at as a maid. And I love the writing there, how they say that, and then you find out that she is having an affair with him still.
I love that too.
And she thinks she thinks that maybe he'll leave his wife for her, and because every morning she gets up and she's like, "I'm still strong. You matter." And
she's got the daily affirmations.
Yes,
and I love that. I love that about her character because it's like you know what? I will say this: Amy Adams is a great mirror actor. She can stand in front of a mirror. Dude, Gyllenhaal does this great. When they're standing in front of a mirror, man, you believe that they're saying these affirmations. It really works.
I agree. That's a good point.
So so along with that, we see Amy Adams' character kind of trying to get her validation, and then we see even there's another plot God, I'm blanking. Emily Blunt's character.
Oh, yeah,
she
Norah.
goes through. She finds a wallet in one of the houses they're cleaning up and wants to go on this little find and notify.
They're supposed
mission.
to throw away everything.
They're supposed to.
Yeah, she looks through this little like fanny pack.
Yeah.
Sees this woman's ID.
She gets emotionally invested when
Yeah.
she's not supposed to.
Because this is like, just a woman that just died by herself. Like
Yeah.
no one came and, essentially next of kin didn't come through, and so
Right.
she finds these pictures
Mhm.
of this girl, and because she even says to Amy Adams' character, is like, what if it was mom? And
Yeah.
because as you find out, she was. Amy Adams remembers her mom more, but they were both really young,
Yep.
and you find out that Norah didn't know her at all.
Right.
The whole movie thing, like their mom was in a TV movie at one time
Yeah.
in this little town, and she even had a speaking part. And they've been like trying to find that movie essentially
Forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they're trying to reconnect with their
Yeah,
mom.
they don't know her.
They don't know her. They're trying to reconnect. And this is Emily Blunt's character of kind of trying to give closure to someone that she didn't get. Exactly. And for all you It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans, Gail the Snail plays the daughter.
Yep. It was that Amy Rose, she's a great character.
She's a
actress,
great
too.
character. Always great. Always
Yeah.
great. And they kind of develop this little relationship. It's
Yeah.
like it starts out as kind of awkward.
She's following her down the street.
Yeah. She's like
Drop me off here.
Yeah, she's following her down the street. They get in an elevator. Emily once gets caught basically.
Yeah, she pulls the emergency. Like, are you been following me? Like,
Yeah.
she gets freaked out.
She
And
gets
she's like,
freaked
oh
out.
no, not
she
at all.
gets freaked out.
Yeah.
So then, she lets her guard down, and then of course they start a little relationship. And
You have
somehow,
nice veins.
Like you should donate blood. You have nice veins. What a strange. So you're like, this is an odd duck. And you think, I love how this movie handles this. Throughout the movie, they develop this relationship through a series of really interesting pseudo-romantic scenes.
Yep, there is tension there.
There is tension there, and at the end, she reveals that, I was following you, and she gets freaked out, and basically that's the last time we see her.
Yes.
And they play that realistically. It
They
isn't
play
like
that realistically.
It isn't like, oh, it's fine.
She comes back late. I'm so sorry.
Nope.
Nope.
It's just, that's
I don't
it.
ever want to see you again.
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
like how they played that. One could
Me
say,
too.
well, it kind of undoes some of her character.
It's just
no.
unresolved.
Yeah.
No, that is the resolve.
That's the resolve.
There's things in life that don't get resolved.
Yeah.
That they're left open.
Yeah.
Or just quickly shut like
And
that.
it's kind of like, lady, why do you think you know your mom better than I know her? She was a
Exactly.
piece of shit. I didn't want to be involved in her death or anything like that. So I like that too. I like that catharsis at the end. I think all the plots in this really work.
Which kind of goes to later when Amy Adams is talking in the radio, because it goes to the heavens, like the sales guy says. That teared me up too.
Yeah.
But when they all started using it, but it kind of goes to that when she says in the radio, like, you missed out on so much, Mom.
Yep.
Like I kind of like the bluntness of this, of like, why'd you take your life from us?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, if anyone who's had a suicide in their life, you know that. You kind of, that's kind of how you you don't justify it, but then you can kind of be like, see what you missed out on by doing what you did, by doing what may or may not have been a seriously selfish act. It's like, damn, that is real. That feels real. Even for no other person except for herself, she's like, look at what you missed on. Look, you missed your grandson and all this stuff. So, but then that's why I like how they bring it full circle when Alan Arkin's character, the grandpa, is like, I sold the house, and immediately Amy Adams like, what'd you do?
Yes.
What another catastrophe?
What scheme are you into now?
But no, I love it because he's like, I'm betting on us. I'm gonna bet, because throughout the movie it's like, he's trying to bet on the family. He's trying to be. These are little crackpot schemes, but he's always like, he wants to make the big score.
It is, yeah.
And he's looking at it like, no, I'm going to bet on you guys, and we're going to make this work. I think it is a very cutesy ending, for
cute.
sure.
It's cute.
But I think it works. I think it
think
works
so, too.
thematically, and I think it's just like, it's just great.
Yeah.
I really like it.
They're finding the purpose in life
They are.
together, and like I think it's cutesy. It's so well done.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with that.
It has its place in cinema, and honestly, I think it sticks the landing here. I think it's the tone of this is wonderful.
I
It's
think
wonderful.
it sticks the landing too.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's not schmaltzy, but it's like you said, cutesy, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a fine line because this movie does deal with serious subject, but also this has a great little like special feature on like with two ladies that actually do this job, and even like Amy Adams says in Baby Shower, like they're bringing closure to these people's lives in
Right.
ways, and they're helping them out in like the hardest times in these people's lives, and like. Got to find meaning and purpose and all this some joy in that. I guess. Like,
There's some meaning and there's some like emotional catharsis to being able to help someone in their moment of need. That's why I love that scene where they pull up and the old lady is right there. She's like, I'm getting ready to go to bridge and. Can you just? She's like, do you need me to sit with you for a second?
That. Dude, I teared up.
It was
there.
great. It's just a one-off little scene, but it gives it gravity to rather
another that was the suicide. This old man.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like, oh man. So, but no, Amy Adams is there and she does that thing with the eye flutter and all that, and it really works nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Norah goes into the house, and that's when. It could be hacked, but no, it's so well done. And she starts having these like flashbacks of like with her
running
as
in
a
the
sister.
sprinklers, yeah,
running in the sprinklers and remembering the unfortunate day of when they found their mom together in the bathtub after she took her life herself, and
yeah,
she like I don't know, it's like it's a happy thought, and then it quickly.
Boom.
Goes to her tear, just crying, and I don't know. It's there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on
in those little moments, and then she gets drunk that night and calls the chick that she's been following, and then they go to the train, and it's just,
the train scene's great.
Yeah,
great.
You have to find these little meanings in your lives, or you're just you're gonna seclude yourself and eat yourself up with guilt and everything.
Yeah. If you don't find some kind of meaning in it beyond what you've already been through, I totally agree. Like we said, Clifton Collins Jr. plays a smaller bit role, but he kind of gets involved with Amy near the end.
Yep.
He's it's a pawn shop or something.
It's like.
Or he sells little gizmos.
It's wholesale cleaning products?
It is, but he has like toys and stuff too. So it's like
he sets up model planes and things. Does he sell those?
I don't know. It's unclear.
Yeah.
But he's missing an arm.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the symbolism is of that, or if there is symbolism, or if it's just like one of those quirky things they added to his character.
Yeah, that's true. I love how blunt the kid
Yeah,
is.
Of course. Of course. It's pretty hard to do that with one arm, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it is. I just love that. They work really well.
Yes. Yep. And honestly, I love. Actually, another thing that some people could find it didn't conclude it was I actually really like that they set up. Like Amy Adams and his characters, like they're flirting, they're gonna have something, but honestly, it's realistically done. It's not that they get together at the end and now she's having. It's like no, this is just an honest flirtation that may lead to somewhere.
Right.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that too, and I like that she can be honest with him and stuff like that, and she will probably start seeing the value in that rather than just being an object of desire.
Absolutely.
So I like that.
And he's one guy probably in her life that isn't trying to just get in her pants.
Yeah. No, I like that, and that definitely comes through. Shot in Albuquerque.
Yes.
So you gotta love that. This is This is like right before Breaking Bad came out, so it was like
2008.
Man, people were starting to get into that whole the tax breaks in Albuquerque, not bad. I noticed that too because there's a shot where it shows the snowy mountains, and I was like, that's ABQ, baby.
That's awesome.
I know it. I know it. So yeah, I just love. Aside from the kind of predictable fire during the third act,
I think it was earned.
I think it was earned. I think it was earned too, and it is projected pretty quickly. I like that a lot.
And it's kind of a metaphor for what Norah is going through and everything.
Yeah.
It's right on the nose, but I think it works. And honestly, I'm a sucker for animals. So when she finds the little kitten and they're bonding there by the end, and by the end of the movie, the kitten's in her lap and she's on the road going somewhere, but with a smile on her face. It's earned. I like it.
Yeah, the fire does serve to bring things to a head.
It does.
To an emotional head, but then they also have a moment of levity in the bathroom where they're like, they're kind of forgiving each other a little bit.
Absolutely.
And they're like, you know what? We just got to deal with it, and it isn't the end of the world. I'm very glad you're my sister, and I'm glad, everything's coming to a head here, and everything's going to be fine. But it's like she had to have that blow up because she just thought, well, that's the end. Another catastrophe in my life,
There's one little thing I wish she would have said, that Norah would have said there, when she's like, You didn't have to raise me, and then Amy Adams, I forget her character's name, but Amy Adams' character was like, well, I there was no one else to do it. I had to.
Right.
I just wish Norah would have been like, well, now it's time for me to do it myself or something.
Yeah. That would have been. I would
have liked that, but honestly, everything else, like all the character, all the dialogue, really works and hits, and there's great funny moments in this that you don't think would hit, like that are shockingly dark.
There's some darkness in this, but I think they balanced it well.
Yeah.
It isn't played purely for laughs. It's kind of dark. It's darkly funny in like the circumstances, rather than they don't make jokes about death really or people dying, and they don't show anyone dying on screen.
Absolutely.
It's more like the slapsticky nature of these two people that don't know what the F they're doing, kind of, in this morbid situation. Yeah. That's where the comedy's derived from, I feel like.
Absolutely. Like, they're not like... It's us as the audience, we're able to get the comedy out of it because we're able to observe it in the full context. And like when the like little slapsticky stuff when they're trying to get the bed out of the house and everything, and Norah falls on top of it. Like, it's I don't know. It gets me. I'm like, oh gosh, that's gross, and also kind of funny.
She rolls over it. It's like,
my face is burning.
So it isn't. I don't think it's making light of death or suicide in the movie.
No.
What it's doing is just saying it's almost like fish out of water, and they're trying to make it work.
And this is part of life.
Yeah. Everything works in this movie. I like most of it. I didn't dig the fade out ending. I didn't like that much. I didn't even mind Spirit in the Sky being used, even though it's the most overused movie ending song like ever. But they faded the ending, and it was weird. It drove me crazy. I was like, why'd you fade that? I needed a hard cut. He shuts the door, and they fade. No, you shut the door, and you hard cut.
I agree.
Come on, please.
And also, how long are you... Get masks.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you'll get used to the smell. Get masks.
Yeah.
Just get some masks.
So there you go. I think, you're right. That does the fire does pay off then, because she's like, it smells near. I'm going to light a candle, cut through the smell. Yeah. I know. That just shows how they're not wearing hazmat suits.
It's ridiculous.
They don't know really what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're learning as they go.
Yeah.
They're learning as they go.
They're throwing biohazard stuff into the dumpsters.
So ridiculous.
And it has that quirky, like we said, cutesy, quirky stuff to it, but it keeps it's a fine line.
And
it's
I stay invested. I stay invested.
And it's a great way to just keep the story moving in a serious subject matter. Like, I don't know. There's several ways you can play with it, and Honestly, it was Christine Jeffs. She did a wonderful job.
And we got to check out Rain from 2001. That'll be coming up.
Yeah.
One of these days. So you would recommend Sunshine Cleaning?
Absolutely. I think this is a solid 8 out of 10. I really do recommend this. And yeah, it was a great little hidden gem.
There you go.
I loved it.
I agree. I would give it a 7.5 and an 8. 7.75 right there. Really good. If you like Amy Adams or Emily Blunt, you're going to be in heaven here. It's just really good early performances when they were still pretty young, and they're just kind of finding their groove, and I think they both do in this flick. Okay, next week, Buffalo 66.
Fun. It'll be a first-time watch for me. I'm excited for this one.
Seriously, make sure not to miss that one. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.
Thank you.